Okay, and we're back. Let me do a little window management here, get everything lined up, make sure that I can see you guys, yelling at me. And I like to, I usually go to Ball Dojo, yeah. Alright, so, just for those of you who are tuning into the VOD, either through Twitch or through YouTube, hello. I just barely finished Aliens. I died a lot. I did not do too well. It was embarrassing and frustrating. My chat was angry, and I was angry, and that's why I drink. So, to relax a little and to kind of just have fun, we're dropping into altitude. It's kind of becoming, of the few times I've been doing this, it's been something we've been doing. And just kind of play something simple to let the stress wash off of me, and calm down a little. Soothing airplanes with their little tiny rockets and their little missiles. They're so cute. They're just cartoony. They're just so precious. So that's kind of the point here. And if you are watching the stream and you want, or if you're not catching the stream but you kind of think it looks fun, because it is. The game's completely free. You can pick it up at altitudegame.com. There is something there that I've never seen before. That is new. I've played this map many times. This is Dark War. But I've never seen that. Anyway, the game's completely free. You're welcome to install it. Come on, and if you can find a spot in the server, great. Typically play on Ball Dojo. Come say hi and howdy do, and I will score, and we'll have a good time. Ball Dojo is the name of the server. So, just so people know where I'm playing and can kind of come hang out if they want. There is a limited number of slots, so it might be that you can't get in. There's an auto join that you can try. Otherwise, I don't really have anything to, tell you other than just keep trying, and you'll get there eventually. Give it the old, shot. Tap, 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 tap. Rude. Rudy, rude. Yes, the game has multiple modes. I mean, the primary game is obviously being a plane, and a couple different types of planes that you can be, and my favorite one, preferred one, is the ball mode, which is soccer. You have a pass button, and then you're a couple different shots, and you're just trying to obviously compete with the other team and get in your goal. So there's also a free-for-all and a team-based destruction. Team-based destructions where there's bombs that you can pick up as items, and each side has their individual base, and you drop the bombs on the base, and whoever destroys the other side's base first wins. Yay! But that is not my preferred option. Nope. I had nothing. Had nothing. No good. It ended poorly for me. So. And, like I said, sorry for a little bit of a shorter Alien stream, but didn't feel like we were particularly... This guy's really just going to do that. Well, that works. Yeah, and things and such and whatnot. Yeah, the Alien stream. Sorry to cut it out a little short, but it just wasn't... it wasn't happening, and if you stop being at the point where you're having a lot of fun, then, I think you guys would rather see me do something where I'm enjoying myself, and you guys are enjoying it, and everyone's having a good time, instead of just you guys having a good time watching me die and cry. Not necessarily in that order, but pretty much. I'm just going to pause here for a second, and I think this would fit better over here, and you don't need to see that much of me. So we'll adjust that there, and back we go. This way you can kind of see a little running commentary peeking, and, if there's any typing going on when people are mocking me going, oh my god, I can't believe you died to that, or you didn't kill him, or you hit that shot badly. That's the deal. I may not have lived, but at least I cleared the ball. Yes, it takes a minute for That is one thing about the game is I kind of used to being high level, but you do need to play a little and get a couple levels. I think there might be a limit on dojo, or I don't know what the exact limits are because it's been a long time since I wasn't just top level. But you play up a little and then you can get back in. So at any rate, it really is a fun thing though. I've had a couple people from chat join and seem to enjoy themselves, which I approve of. I approve of the funs, having the good times. Wait! Nope, nope. Ugh. Oh, god damn it! I didn't. That's pretty much what it came down to. Is I just didn't. There were things that I could do, and that was not really the ideal one. Okay, I think we got this. I think we got this, boys. Hey, look! I even scored with my item. Go! It's 4-2 though. We're winning. Ugh. Myself some life. Take out elusive or not have time. Hey, Purpleman! Well done. You made a goal. I'm so proud of you. Really, guys? Okay. That fadeaway kill. Ow, ow, ow. No. Damn it! Okay, Moral Hazard got it. Nearly got itemed. Got walled in. Don't. No. Okay, okay. Bought us a second. Got just a second. How can we never ladder anymore? That's because we don't like laddering. Laddering is terrible. No one wants to ladder. Ladder is the competitive ranked version of the game, and it's a specific server and all that, and it's awful. I don't like it at all. I mean, partly because I'm not that great, but really, I don't care for ladder personally because it's it focuses on winning, and you know, you have stats, and it's the how many passes, how many times died, how many times lived, and how many goals, how many wins, how many, and I don't care. I don't want to care. Like, I don't play this game because it's important to me or to anything in my life that I get more goals than the other group. Like, who cares? So it's just have fun, have a good time. I mean, obviously you're gonna play within the setup of the game. You know, I'm going to compete with the people that are in front of me, but I don't want to, like, look up how I did the next day, or, you know, have a record of that, and worry about what that looks like, you know, and anyway, moral of the story is I don't care for the idea of the rank, particularly on this sort of game. I mean, I'm not really a ranked guy anyway, but it just, again, I'm not competitive enough for something, you know, or something like that. Either that's the issue, or it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I want to enjoy the game. I don't want to worry about what my stats are. It's really in the day, or even that it's like, oh no, and it's not even just about me, but it's like the attitude of the other players, because they're worrying about their stats and their wins and stuff. So if I screw up, which happens a lot, because who cares? Just have fun. But if I screw up, then they're, you know, people get indignant and they're like, you know, oh my god, why didn't you pass right there? Or how could you possibly have done that, or something like that? And it's like, because it's the button I pressed. What's it to you? Doesn't matter. And in ladder, they're like, yeah, but you're the reason that my stats suck. And I was like, you're the reason that I'm not having fun. So I guess we're even. But anyway, moral of the story is, I like the color blue. Wait. Bonk. Let's see. Hey, Diana. Welcome back. We got Ghosted Army, Blue the Dragon, Purpleman's in game with me. It's a veritable crowd. How to beat Grace. Captain Sparkanite. That is your real name? I think it is. Hunting you down, buddy. Oi! Oh, yeah. You see that? Where I killed you and then I scored? Did you see that? Because I saw that. I think everyone watching the stream saw it too. And so, you know, just saying, that happened. There was record. Oops. Good old Takano's got that again, though. He's got your back. Death. Look at that. MVP. See, I mean, you know, it's not even about, not to say that, you know, that was the most competitive of games, but it's not even about not being able to do okay, because I do okay. I do fine. It's just I want to have fun. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I need to justify it. I don't like ladder. Apparently Purpleman wants me to stop focusing on him. Well, don't have the ball and don't be on the opposite team, and that won't be a problem. See? We're on the same team, and I'm not paying any attention to you. It's exactly what you were looking for. Wait. Bonk. Well, wasn't a goal, but it sure pushed the ball in the right direction, so that's fine. There we go. Yay, Blue. Good luck on 20, man. Get in here. Have a good time. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, elusive left. I'll pop over here and help out on the other team. It's 4v4. Bye, Zine. Are you leaving? You out of here? Thanks for coming, man. Couple goals in you, and then you're out of here. That's it. That's all she wrote. Look, I switched teams, and suddenly now we're good to go. Damn it, Takano! You and you're fucking reversing, man. Shit. Oh. I did change teams. It's anytime it comes up with the press T to none of us want it. I'm like, nope, do not want. Anytime it says, you know, balance the teams out, I hop over because I would rather play on balanced teams than worry about what, you know. Again, it's part of the. I'm not really that worried about winning. I just want to have a good time, and the way you do that is through a good balanced breakfast. That pass, though, man. Get him! Nope. Everyone on my team, not so much. But we tried. Have I seen Jurassic World? Yes, I have seen Jurassic World, and it was tense. It was exactly what I was expecting, which I think is exactly what everyone was expecting, which is exactly what it needed to be. Like, I realize that's all very similar, but that's precisely it. Like, it was dinosaurs attacking the working park, and that's what everyone wanted. There was no additional depth, no plot twists, no, wow, that was deep. It was just exactly what people wanted, and that's perfect. It was tense for me. You know, obviously the games like, you know, Aliens I have issues with, and this is where it was similar enough to that, you know, I certainly had tense moments, but I enjoyed it. You know, got through it, and certainly there were some great parts to it. The only thing I noticed, like, my one complaint, and it's minor. We're talking minor here, but my one complaint is simply that it overdid the kind of the tense scene where they're backed up against something at the wall, and it's right here, you know, with the big face and the teeth and everything. Like, I know you're here somewhere. Like, you know, just the moment. It did that like 4 times, and it's the, you know, it's a great kind of cinematic thing, you know, for the moment. But it was a bit much in terms of just an overused effect. Other than that, no real issues. It's pretty good stuff all around. Damn it. You know. Oh, I was looking away and found the wall. So, I did get asked if I was cold. Yes. That's because I was shivering. It's stress, man. Just the anxiety. It builds up, and it is what it is. It's just, I don't, something about it doesn't, I get really tense. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good. It's no problems. But, yeah, I enjoyed it, though. I also saw Pitch Perfect 2. You know, so that was fun. I actually, Pitch Perfect 2 for me wasn't, it wasn't that there was a problem with it. It just, you know, the first one had a charm to it that was kind of, no 6 and 0. The first one had a charm to it that I quite enjoyed, and I really like, you know, Anna Kendrick, and mashups in general. Like, mashup is a music style that I really enjoy. So, definitely something kind of about the first one that really grabbed me, and the second one was just there. It wasn't bad. I didn't leave like feeling like I'd had my money taken from me, you know, that I'd just gotten duped into buying a ticket or anything like that. It was just, I left and I was like, okay, and then I forgot all about it. So, you know, it's worth a matinee, I guess. It's kind of a matinee thing. Sorry, Mudo. I may have gooped there. Yes, it is an addicting game. It's a lot of fun, and has a, as I've said many times, but just to reiterate, there's a surprising amount of complexity to it, and for what it is. You know, I mean, you have 2 different weapons, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. That's 5. 5 different planes, and yeah, they have different perks and stuff, but 5 different planes, 2 different weapons, and it's like there's a crazy amount of skill that can go into it, and things. So that's all you, Purple Man. I cleared them out for you. All right, so while we're here, you know, if I'm fine doing any Q&A if you guys have questions as well. Fill in on something you might be wondering about. So, let me know. Maybe no one has any questions. I don't have any questions. Excuse me, my nose is a little itchy, so I apologize. Hey, you know what? You do you. I got your back. I got you covered, Purpleman. No one saw you miss that shot. It won't be recorded for posterity. It wasn't streamed out to a live studio audience. It's just you, that shot, just completely and utterly missing. That's really what it was. I'm sorry. When was I brought on to Mionite? I was brought on to Mionite just shortly after Inertia. I was not involved at all with Inertia. but came shortly after. I couldn't tell you exactly when, but if you remember at all when Tucker got his, no, God damn it. If you can remember at all, there's now Purpleman and me and no one else. We are the 2 people here. Well, that's fine. If you can remember when Tucker got his ME system, that was the very first thing I did in game, was set that up. So, kind of gives you a point of reference if you can remember it all. And the funny thing is that I put that stuff in a chest and in his blood area. He had just recently created his blood altar and set up the auto collecting there. I'd set it up there, and I'm all nervous. Like literally when I joined, it was the leave absolutely no indication that I had been there. Like don't change a block. I was very nervous about all of that. Everything was there for a reason and for a purpose, and it wasn't, there was no reason at all to, oh, that was a nice shot. Come on, guys. There was no reason at all for me to change anything, and so it was a big deal that I was A, logging into Mionite, and B, actually, placing it and modifying the world in some way. So, but I put the stuff down in his blood room for him to find, in just a little chest down there, and then the next day sat there and rubbed my hands together gleefully and was like, okay, big to do. And the entire day he didn't go down there. I ended up moving it into the dojo, the main dojo, because he he wouldn't freaking go in his blood room. He had set up his auto collector and didn't need to, and so it was just like, I was all excited and tense and like, wow, this, your debut day kind of, or at least be able to look at the stream and see something that you've done. And, it was a little, not painful, but just anticlimactic. Just, and as the time kind of went on, it was like, no. So now I don't care. Now I change everything. I'm just like, whatever. Not that I, destroy all the things. I'm gonna hop over to official because there's people there and there's not people here. So, Purpleman, if you wanna pop over too, you're welcome to. There might even not be I don't know whether there's a player level limit or not, but might give that a try. But yeah, I'm hopping on the official server to have the other people's. So yeah. That was when I first joined Mionite. What is my job? That depends on whether you're talking about in Mionite or real life. If you're talking Mionite, then my job is to basically just be there to support the streamers, and then I was primarily brought on as the architect / deviser games. That was the position that I quote unquote auditioned for and was given. So yeah, that's my job in Mionite. Outside of Mionite, I manage a web development team for a corporation, and they have an in-house web development team, and we build all of our applications custom, and I make those things work, or rather I manage the people who do. I used to do it myself. Now I have people do that for me, which sounds more pretentious than it actually is. It's just when you have a team. But yeah, I actually started out in the computer world back when answering phones, doing tech support, and I talked to my boss and kind of figured out what he was looking for and needed, and he said, well, I need, I was working at an internet service provider. He said I need, sysadmins. That was kind of the natural progression of, career progression at that particular company. So I figured out, kind of became a sysadmin, figured out how to run the servers and do all those sorts of things, and then learned how to program, started making web pages, found that to be kind of my niche and where I performed best. And then went to a new company where I'm at now. I've been there for over 10 years, and started there where I was the only web guy. They'd never had in-house web development. They just outsourced it. But the boss from the internet service provider had actually moved to this company too, and so he brought me over, and I founded their web development group, and we got to a point where I grew, and then I had someone working with me, and then I had multiple people working underneath me, and now I'm the director there doing what I do. So, favorite color, douchebag blue, like Purple Men said. If you're confused on what douchebag blue is, you can look up Daytona blue on an Infiniti G37, and that is douchebag blue, and that is the color of the car I used to have, and it's probably my favorite color. It's also the color of my motorcycle, so it's my favorite color. Favorite singer band? I've talked a lot about music before. I love all types of music, and I can find stuff in pretty much any genre you want to talk about. In terms of just overall favorite, better than everyone else, probably Pink Floyd. I realize that makes me a little old, but they do. I love their work. The Wall is an amazing album, and they have a couple other albums that I quite enjoy. It's mainly the David Gilmour era. Like, it's not some of their early stuff. David Gilmour was there, but kind of basically starting with The Wall and then going on to some of the stuff after that. But The Wall is just fantastic, and even though Roger Waters is kind of a dick, it's an amazing album, and I quite like it. So David Gilmour is definitely my favorite musician. I also went through a pretty big Nine Inch Nails phase when I was an angsty teenager. But at some point I grew up and just realized I wasn't that angry at the world anymore. So, that kind of didn't stop resonating with me. I also really like Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, and some of the more classic rock kind of groups. Hey Blue, you made it! Welcome! And, yeah. But, I get into the current EDM, and I like a lot of pop stuff, and one of the things that's kind of, I don't know if specific to me, but I don't have any issue liking someone. Like, there's no status to it. And really, that's kind of a theme to me in general. It's just that, it's like, while I certainly want to leave a good impression and have people think well of me and that sort of thing, there's little what I consider to be pretentious things it's not necessary, and it doesn't have anything to do, it doesn't reflect on me. And it's like, so what if I enjoy a Britney Spears song, or listen to, Weird Al is great. I quite enjoy Weird Al, and who cares? Like, if someone is going to judge me based on, you think this is a cool melody, then, I really don't have any need at all to know you as a person. So, I just enjoy what I enjoy. And there's plenty of bands and things that it's like, I love these guys, and then they come out with a new single, and I'm like, but I love these guys, but this single's crap. Or, vice versa. I've always just really disliked Train. Drops of Jupiter and Soul Sister are terrible songs, and just irritated the crap out of me. But I love Calling All Angels once that came out, and or Ordinary. Those are both okay, I haven't traditionally liked this band, but these are good songs, and I'm perfectly happy to recognize and acknowledge that. I think I might sneeze. I'm thinking about it, but it's also thinking maybe not. So it's a kind of a fun little situation we're in here, working our way through it, seeing how we feel. I think we're good. I think we might be past the worst of it, but it was looking grim there for a minute. But yeah, I have music from all genres that I listen to. It's really I can think of. I have a hard time with some of the current R&B. There's Slow Jams by Twista, I think. That's kind of that. I like that song, and I think that's the most hip hop R&B ish that I can think of off the top of my head. And I'm like, yeah, I'm into that. And that was 5+ years ago, so it's not like, you know, that's a chart burner at the moment, but for some reason that one, I enjoyed that one a little more than some of the other pieces of the genre. Hey, Butterboy, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, and yeah, no, it's, you know, I mean, I can't spend all my time just doing shoutouts, but, you know, happy to talk to you guys, and yeah, I'm glad that you're here, and part of it, because I feel kind of silly if it was just me talking to myself. It's probably what I do, but, you know, I'm still just feel a little more silly doing it, so, hey, a ball, yay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So, I don't really have anything against any type of people other than it's like when they, you know, like emo or hipster or whatever. Like, I don't care. Do your thing, you know? Like, whatever makes you happy, do it. What I don't like is when it's like, it's not that it makes you happy, it's that it makes you, it's what you feel like you need to do to fit in, or that you have to, you know, you can't like this because of the class of people that you're trying, or person that you're trying to be, or you can't, you know, just, it's all... the word that keeps coming to mind is pretentious, and it's not necessarily pretentious, it's just, I don't understand it. Like, it's maybe it's because I'm, you know, a little bit older and don't care as much about peer pressure, but it's like, just, no. Either you accept me or you don't, you know, and just find what makes you happy, and the rest falls into place. My dog's names. Well, I still think of it as dogs. I only have the one that's still alive, unfortunately. But in my mind, as weird as it may seem, I had a second one that was very much my dog and still an important part of my memories or whatever. But at any rate, the one that passed this February was named Baby. And the one that I still have is Chloe. Baby was black and Chloe's rust colored. And they are both Pomeranians. They're best dogs. You know, goes along with everything else, like what I'm saying with music and stuff, where it's like, people are like, oh my god, you have this little tiny toy dog. And it's like, yeah, and it's freaking awesome. Who cares? Like, it's a great dog. And you know what? Your giant manly dog, you know, goes the amount of dog mess that you have to clean up in a day is what I have to clean up in 2 months with my dogs because they're tiny. That's awesome. I buy a bag of food once a year, and then I have to throw out half of it because it's like, you know, I'm sure this is going stale by now. So, at any rate, those are my puppies. Okay. Palm named Diesel. Diesel seems like an interesting fit of a name for a palm, but you know what? Maybe you got a little Diesel palm. Just, you know, it's your palm's swole. He's had good gains. You know, I mean, it's got it all going on. Its best friend is Axel the Beagle. And Butch the Chihuahua. The problem with this map, this is kind of a fun map, and I think it's well done in terms of how it looks, like the visual to it. But the problem with this map is that it's very lobby. You end up just lobbing the ball back and forth, and you know it takes forever for anyone to actually score, and you know that's kind of obnoxious. But obviously it's 3-0, so maybe I just say that because I'm losing. Could be it too, but I don't think so. Tap, 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 tap. At least I got the kill. That's all I can tell myself. My favorite movie. I don't know. It's I mean, you know, different movies for different periods of life. I quite enjoyed back in my early days, you know, when I was closer to high school, I was really, really into The Crow. I kind of, like, as a high schooler, The gothic look and movement was kind of what I identified with and where I found a home. But so the Crow was always a movie I really enjoyed. Now, I don't know, like, honestly, nothing jumps to mind as, oh god, it's this one right here. That's probably like after the fact when I'm thinking about it later, it'll be like, oh yeah, it kind of is this one. But I don't know, I like a lot of random stuff. I like musicals, which, you know, as cool, as manly as that is, but musicals are great. So there's those, I enjoy Broadway theater, that sort of thing. Part of that's just in high school I actually did technical theater, so it, you know, when it becomes something that you've done and you kind of learn to appreciate, then you appreciate it. So I see a lot of the work that goes into it, but I like, I mentioned Pitch Perfect, certainly not my favorite movie, but Love Actually is a great example of a movie I enjoyed. And again, not as much giving examples of the perfect, this is my top one, oh my god, but just kind of things is, I like clever writing, and it's in unusual genres. You know, I can quite enjoy it, even though I'm, you know, a guy not supposed to, but you give me a good romantic comedy, and it's done well and cleverly written, I'm in, man. Or a teen movie, or whatever, you know. Warm Bodies was pretty groovy. Dig that. Inception was a lot of fun. Chris Pratt Jurassic World was fun. I don't need to go out and buy it. Like, it's not like, give me this now, but it was fun. No, not 50 Shades of Dianite. I am not involved in the Dianite mob thing. Like, not that I have a problem. I absolutely do not have any problem at all. I'm just not involved. Like, that's those characters and how they're playing it and what they want to do, and cool. I'm very much a whatever. But yeah, not the 50 Shades of Dianite, and I certainly haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey. Again, not for any reason other than I tried reading the book or had some of the book read to me, and it was terrible. But I did enjoy. I really enjoyed the Hunger Game books. The movies were okay. I really like Jennifer Lawrence, because who doesn't like Jennifer Lawrence, and why are you... And if you don't like Jennifer Lawrence, then you're obviously, you know, from old-style communist USSR. But, yeah, the Hunger Games movies were pretty good, were okay, and I don't know, like, part of the thing there is the first one was great. In fact, I saw the first one before I even saw the rest of them, or before I read any of the books. But once I'd read the books, then it kind of, you know, I was like, cool, the first one was great, it fit well with the book, and then, unfortunately, as can happen, and it's just the realities of life in the, not in the fast lane per se, but, you know, in the different medium, they had to change certain things, and I liked the book presentation better, so that was kind of it. I enjoyed Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was great there, and also, while he wasn't quite as manly and sexy in the Parks and Rec, I enjoyed him there as well. I haven't seen the last season of Parks and Rec because it's not on Netflix, but other than that, all the ones that are on Netflix, I have watched all the way through. Also, in terms of shows and stuff like that, I enjoyed for a long time American Idol, and not so much the later years, but I still really like So You Think You Can Dance. I understand reality TV, not good, all that sort of thing, but base reality is, particularly with So You Think You Can Dance, that I live for those episodes, and I say it with a capital E, like it's the title, the songs where they sing and everything comes right and you just experience, you know that it was perfect, or the dances. And really, one of the things with the dancing that to me is interesting is that I don't respond to normal dance. Like, before I tried watching it all, I, like, whatever, particularly contemporary, like, it's the, exaggerated movements and clutching at the air and whatever, and I just, there was no movement at a personal, evocative, emotional level for me in them. And then I started kind of watching, and again, most of them that I watched through through the series, okay, that was either good or bad. I've gotten to where, I can kind of recognize a good or a bad one for the most part. But more than that, it's like, it's just, there are those dances, and they are amazing, and all that. This does nothing for me goes away when you kind of have that, and it's a fusion of the music and the movement and the stage presence and all of those things just coming together and being amazing. If you want to see an example that I can think of just off the top of my head, it's actually, I can think of off the top of my head in a let me go look it up sort of way. It was actually just this last season. I think. And So You Think You Can Dance final top 10 in All Stars, with Sweet Disposition as the song. It's, to me, it's just amazing. It all comes together. The song is absolutely amazing. And then the dancing, the different segments, it features several dancers that I really like. And again, while I'm certainly not, 90% of the things I watch in that, I'm just like, okay, that was good or that was not, but that's fine. It was very much a something for me, and I felt it and believed it, and it was well done. So, anyway, if you want, watch it. If you don't, no skin off my back. Just saying, it's what I like. How fast do I type? I type about 125 words per minute. And my company used to hold a office Olympics just to kind of play and do different, tasks in the office, and I was always the ringer for the IT group in speed, in typing speed. I just always kind of typed fast and gotten well along with controls and that sort of thing, which is one of the reasons why, frankly, the Alien Isolation is frustrating me, is it's just the controls are slightly delayed, and it's bugs the shit out of me. And I'm not trying to just make excuses. Like, certainly a big part of my failure is my own failure, but the controls don't help. Is really just what it comes down to with that regard. And that gets bothersome a little. Why are we voting to kick this person? He seems to be active, so why are we doing that? Yeah, I don't think I can quite keep 120 on the iPad, so you're fine there. If I was on a tablet, I would not be quite so adept. I mean, I can do okay on a tablet. The iPad is just big enough to make it kind of awkward to try and hold and type, though. I mean, I love my iPad. I love my iPhone. I like Apple products. I appreciate what Apple does in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's still, I can readily acknowledge that it's slightly oversized in a difficult to hold sort of way at points. And we're in! Alright. Maybe one more map and then we'll call it good to go. We're at 2 hours. I'll play Plane Park if it comes up, and then we'll wrap things up. Favorite wild animal? I don't know. Wild animals are wild animals. They're all kind of cool in their own way, and they're all kind of weird in their own way. There's plenty of derp out there. So, I think Chris Pratt's sexy. Hell yeah, he's sexy in the Guardians of the Galaxy shot where he's just flexing and has those abs. Yeah, I can acknowledge a pretty man. I got no problem with that. Well, that happened. There. Made it work. We figured it out. Why would I... Who asks what the favorite wild animal is? I mean, obviously you did, and I respect that, and I respect your life choices. It's just they confuse me. Do you keep one? Like, is that something you have a book written down of favorite things, and you're like, wild animal page, need to fill that in. Let's see. I mean, otters are cool. Dolphins seem cool and are really smart, and the cute ones are cute, but they're also kind of dicks. Same with seals. You know, I mean, dicks in a... Wow, that shot, though. That was wonderful. Dicks in a, you know, just part of the food chain and eat other things, but still. I nearly had that. But, yeah, I, you know, didn't have giraffe on cue there. Just in my mind, ready to go. I mean, lions, no. They're an animal, but I don't particularly want to meet one. The loopy team! Are we the loopy team? We're kind of loopy. We're a little loopy. Loopy being the type of plane. Hang on. We're concentrating. Serious business. Well, that... It's like I aimed for it, and I really didn't, but it just worked out that way. Manatees. I mean, manatees are cool, but it's one of those things where, like, I have a hard time, like, respecting the animal that can't keep itself alive. It's like pandas, you know? I mean, it all seems like a good idea and everything, but, the reality... There's some part of me that's like, you know, if we're literally having to play panda porn for you, and you still can't be kept alive, like, that's not our problem anymore. I mean, I believe very heavily that we're affecting the planet and causing issues, and it's not cool. But, you know, it's like, I think the endangerment of pandas is somewhat self-brought. That's kind of my point there. You know, I can appreciate that they're cute, I get that, but we think anything that can't survive is cute because it makes it unique. And it's like the things that are really adept at surviving, that are good at, you know, life and from an evolutionary and, you know, a developmental standpoint, those things that are most adept, we hate. We want to kill. That's what a weed is. That's what pigeons and cockroaches and all those things are animals that, because they are plants, because they're adept at surviving, it gives them a lack of mystique and you know, a frankly quantity higher than what we want, and so they become pests and obnoxious to us. And really what it is they're just successful. I mean, it's kind of a interesting thing to think about, at least for me. These are deep thoughts with Zine here, but it's just the deep thoughts that I have. And maybe they're not that deep. Maybe they're just, you know, shallow thoughts with Zine. But at any rate, I didn't say you want to kill pigeons. I'm just saying that they're considered a pest. bird hasn't done anything to me yet. I will tell you, literally, and I mean this in the literal sense, because I, understand the difference between literally and figuratively, and that's important to me in life. But literally, washed my car on maybe Tuesday or either Monday or Tuesday of this week, and the car wash is up the street and under the freeway, just on the other side of the freeway here. So, nice, clean, shiny, wonderful new car. Got a clean car. I'm going underneath the overpass for the freeway, and I get the biggest plop of bird poop you ever did see. I mean, we're not talking like, oh, I got it. We're talking like this. His name was Chunky, and he wasn't feeling well that day. Piece of bird poop on. Unfortunately, the only saving grace, if it can be a saving grace, is that he managed to get just my windshield, which was lovely in its own right. You're gonna want to hit S in those situations and pass blue. But at any rate, so it was nice and visible, just a big old splat. I mean, we're talking, a good 8-inch diameter area of effect here. And, yeah, just on the way home, it's like a quarter of a mile from the car wash to here. Blop. And deal with that, and then tell me a bird's done nothing to you. That's what I'm getting at. But, on the other hand, I got some paper towels, I cleaned it up, and it gave me a opportunity or an excuse, reason, whatever motivation you want to call it, to get the cleaner and actually clean the inside of my windshield. So, turned out okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off the server and get out of that. We'll move it to snow and then move it back to that because that's what I actually wanted, and I don't have hotkeys set up because I haven't done that yet. But I did, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, but I did try and change some settings. I noticed the VODs weren't particularly high quality on YouTube, so I'm going to be fiddling with that, trying to get that problem resolved and see if I can't have a little bit nicer for those of you who are watching from the YouTubes. And we'll see how this one works out, and I'll continue working with it. Obviously, watching the other streamers from My Night, they've got a second program or some sort of separate process that they start and enable and disable outside of their stream. I just kind of need to figure out, because I'm still learning all the software and the different tools. I just need to figure out what they're doing and be able to replicate that, get that set up for myself. So I have the equipment, I believe, everything I need in terms of being able to produce nice, higher quality stuff. So that's important to me. I want to have nice stuff. If things go well and we kind of continue, and I don't want to set specific goals or anything like that, but if I feel like the channel's still growing, that this is working out, and we'll continue down our path that we're going down here, then my next step kind of is to get a green screen and get that set up behind me. While I appreciate that I have, I don't know if you can see back there, but appreciate that I have original Star Wars toys, including the Lambda class shuttle and the Millennium Falcon, on top of my bookshelf back there. When I'm sitting right here, it makes it kind of look like I have antlers. So get a green screen, do some chroma key, go that route. So that's kind of the next plan, but I've, some of that is just, there's money involved, and I only have so much of it coming in at a time, and I gotta spread things out, because, this certainly isn't something I'm doing for money, it's just I enjoy, and so supplemented by my other job, and when I get the checks, then I'll make the purchases, and I'll have the new things. But, point being, new settings, new stuff, appreciate y'all coming out. I'm not saying I'm not going to stream in between now and Tuesday. There might be ones that pop up. If I do, I'll try and let Twitter, Tumblr, and whomever know. If you follow, then you'll see the notification there through the Twitch app or however device you have there. You guys kind of know what my handles are by now. But I'll actually, what I'll do is I'll just run my my intro video, and with the caveat of the song that I have in the video, I'm still getting footage and still building it, so it's cut in half. So I apologize. It's got a hard cut in it that doesn't feel right, and it ultimately I hope to make it better, but I kind of like the ending to it. So I'll run that, and it has my contact info in it. So appreciate you all coming out. I hope you all have a nice night, and if I don't end up streaming between now and Tuesday, then I will see you all at the scheduled Alien Isolation time, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific. I stumble on that every time. 11 p.m. Eastern. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you later. Now for the awkward, I don't want to cut myself off. Okay, yeah.